Section 7.1, mean and mode. Sometimes you've heard of these things as the average. We're going to get to that in a minute, but just for a little bit of a background, these are averages that we're going to be finding for the first part of this section. When we're using the word mean, or the mean of a data set, you're using the number that can represent the center of a set of numbers. It's not the number directly in the middle. It would be what would be considered the center of that set of numbers. So for instance, I have a number set here, 1, 7, 3, 3, and 1. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure I put those in order from smallest to biggest. So now I have the same numbers. They're just in order, 1, 1, 3, 3, 7. Now my first job is to make sure I'm going to add those together. So 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7. 1 and 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 7 equals 15. Now, the next thing that I have to do is I divide that number by the number of digits in my data set. I added them together and I got 15, and then I look at how many numbers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I divide that by 5, then that gives me my mean. That gives me my mean, which in this case 15 divided by 5 is 3. So the data set is 11337. 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7 is 15. I divide that by the number of digits in my data set, which in this case is 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3, so 3 is the mean of this data set. Now when we use a mode, you're using the number that occurs most often, or the number that you see the most times. In this case we have only 1 7, but we have 2 3s, and we have 2 1s. Now these both occur the same number of times, so, and that's the most. Those numbers are the ones you see the most. So in this case, the numbers that are the mode are both 1 and 3. This data set has 2 modes, 1 and 3. Let's try that again. Let's give another example. So when we're using mean, you're looking for the number that can represent the center of a data set. So again, 2, 2, 6, 1, 3, 4. I have 6 numbers in this data set. I'm going to put them in order from lowest to highest, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So first things first, I'm going to add them up. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 6 is 18. And then of course, finding my mean, I have to divide that by the number of digits in my data set, or the number of numbers in my data set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So in this case, 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6. I add up all the numbers in my set, which was 18. I have 6 numbers in my data set, so I divide 18 by 6. That means that 3 is the mean for this data set. And in mode, again, it's the number that you see most often. In this case, I only see one number most often, and that's 2. There's 2 of those. There's only 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 4, and 1, 6. So the mode of this data set is 2. Both the mean and the mode are called measures of central tendency. They're measuring where the central tendency is, or where the most numbers move towards the middle. So we often use the word average to describe this tendency, the tendency to move towards the center of a data set. Now, whenever you use a number to represent all the numbers in a set, it is the average. So in this case, if we used 3 to represent this whole data set, then we would be using the mean as our central tendency, or our average. In this case, we asked for the mode, so we said 1 and 3. So we would be using the mode as our average, or our measure of central tendency. In this section, again, if we use the mean, our average would be 3, or our measure of central tendency would be 3. And if we use the mode, our average or our measure of central tendency would be 2. So what I need you to do for your practice question, here's a data set for you. I would like you to find the mean and the mode for this data set.